Stephanie, and we're here with another tree to table segment. We're here in our kitchen, and I'm going to put together just a very quick, simple venison pot roast. It's a very great convenience meal because I can assemble it here in the morning as I'm doing right now. It's going to cook for roughly 6 to 8 hours, low and slow here in my crock pot. And when I come home from work, when Matthew comes home, the kids come home from school, we're going to have this wonderful meal that's ready to go with really very little preparation on my part. It's very simple to have some vegetables, cut vegetables ready to go into your pot. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the roast itself. And some cooking liquid, and it's very quick to put it together in the morning, or if you're really pressed for time, you can have this prepared in your crock pot in the ceramic, sitting and marinating overnight, and all you have to do is put this into your crock pot and set it in the morning. So really simple, easy, really convenience food, faster than running out to go get something. This roast came from a deer that my husband Matthew harvested right here in Delaware. So I know where this meat came from. I know how it's been harvested. I know how it's been taken care of once it was harvested, and I know that it's been taken very good care of at Mark's Butcher Shop. So the first step is we're going to just brown this meat. I've got a pan heating up on the stove. We're just going to brown it on all sides, caramelize it a little bit, and then it's going to be ready to assemble. I've got a nice heavy-duty pan. It's a little small, but we're going to make it work. And I'm going to add just some olive oil because the venison has very little fat. And again, I'm looking to just I want to quickly sear the outside of the meat, just to kind of help trap in some of those juices, give the outside of the meat a little bit of texture, and just kind of caramelize it a little bit. Ooh. So I'm ready to go ahead and flip this over. I'm going to brown the other side of it. There we go. So look at, just for a few minutes, just in a nice hot pan, a little bit of olive oil, how the nice caramelization and browning that I've gotten on the surface of the meat that's touched the pan. So I've flipped it over. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Again, it's really about keeping those juices in the meat and providing that texture here in this pan that I'm not going to be able to get just by putting it in the crock pot alone. All right, guys, this is done. It's evenly browned on all sides. Looks beautiful. I'm going to slide this off to the side here, and we're going to prep our vegetables. So I have these cut and ready to go, and it's fall, the weather's getting cooler, so I have some root vegetables here like the carrots, and I have some turnips, small turnips. I'm hoping that, the cranberries, were close to Thanksgiving here, and the cranberries are just so beautiful. Whoops. And I'm hoping that they'll just add just that little bit of tartness. They add so much in terms of antioxidants and just beautiful, beautiful color into the pot roast here. I'm going to bring the roast over. And the roast is going to go right on the top here. I can deglaze my pan a little bit with some of the broth just to get some of that seasoning here real quick. just to lift that off the bottom of my pan. Okay, I'm just going to pour all of that in. And then roughly about a cup of, and again, I'm just using chicken stock here because, like I said, I just wanted to keep it light. Other great cooking liquids are, of course, red wine. You could use apple cider. You could use just plain water. So it just, you know, how I guess heavily flavored or light you really kind of want the end au jus to kind of be. All right, so that's it. We're going to come back to this tonight when I get home from work. We're going to slice this up and see just how wonderful it is. It's going to be all ready to go. One little thing I did want to mention, you know, all this hard work and effort in, you know, why do we go out? Why are we harvesting deer when it's so easy to go to the grocery store? There's a big difference between what you're going to find and consume meat products from the grocery store as opposed to what you're going out and harvesting for yourself. These animals, these deer, they're living the life that they were intended to live. They're eating the foods that they were intended to live, and the meat is just that much healthier. It's very low in saturated fat. You can tell the difference in a cut of venison from a cut of commercial beef. Has much less veining in it, much less saturated fat throughout the meat. And game meats are also a lot higher in omega-3s. That's what we're hearing. We're taking fish oil tablets and supplements and things like that to raise our level of omega-3s. These, the deer, they're out in the wild, they're consuming omega-3s in their diet through their natural diet, what's out there in the woods. And we're getting the benefit of that when we consume their meat. So it's really worth the time and effort that you're taking to be out in the tree stand, the effort that you're taking, teaching yourself, training yourself, teaching family members, and then of course the effort that we're taking in preparing these healthy meals for our family. It's all really, really worth it. We're taking a step back, away out of the commercial food chain, and we are taking care of ourselves. Poof! And here we are, 7 hours later, and the roast is done. Have a look. Doesn't that look great?
It looks amazing. I can't wait to try it.
So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to take the roast out and let it rest. And I'm going to take some of the broth here and make a gravy while the roast is resting. And here it is. We've sliced up the roast. These are the fruits of our labors here. Took me roughly about 30 minutes to prepare. Got some roasted sweet potato and some mashed root vegetables, and we're ready to go. Ladle on a little gravy that we made from the au jus. And we have a beautiful, healthy dinner. It's Delaware deer, it's healthy, it's what we're having for dinner. I hope you're gonna have some for dinner soon. And that's it for our segment. I'll see you next time in the woods.
Urban Hunter TV Delaware is brought to you by Black Bear Archery, St. George's, Delaware. The first state's first choice for sales, service, expert advice on all kinds of archery-related supplies and bows. Also brought to you by Mark's Butcher Shop. You gut 'em, he cuts 'em. Mark's Butcher Shop is located off Grantham Lane in Newcastle, Delaware. Visit Mark's Butcher Shop for expert butchering. And DS Designs. DS Designs for all kinds of graphics.